that is running for county commissioner, Gino DeFabio. Hello, Gino. What do you have this morning?
Well, good morning, Dan. First of all, I want to say that thank God you guys are back.
Thank you.
Our local radio, I mean, it was too hard to listen to the other stuff. You know, we don't know what a treasure we have in you, and I'm not just, blowing smoke, but I'm serious, Dan. To be able to get the issues, to talk to somebody, and to have your voice on the radio, and have people hear it is invaluable. And if we ever lose that, we're going to lose a big part of the soul of this county. I really believe that.
Yeah, well, and potentially, we can solve some issues. I tell you the truth, I'm very excited about the fact that people have decided that they're going to pave every county road, and I have all the faith in Pat Giannetti that he'll get it done. And I think that we went a long way in motivating people because it was a very close race. But I think we can do some good.
You do good every day. Now, so the reason I called. So this morning I'm watching the news, and there was a call at the bottom of the screen. It said Bob Hagan announces he's going to run against State Senator Michael Rowley. Dan, I want to put him on my campaign committee, Bob Hagan.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly the problem in this area. And, I was a Democrat forever until 2016. I switched parties to vote for Trump because I wanted Trump to be there in November for my vote. Dan, Bob Hagan, I want him to put his record up. All the years he was in the State House, then he was a state senator. I mean, he's bouncing back and forth. The people in the Valley are finally finding out. Michael Rowley's been there, I think, 3 years. He's served 3 years so far. You could get it. He has a record. You can get his records of accomplishment. Far too long, we've had people in this Valley vote for the name and the deed. Now, I want Democrats to vote for me, but I'm going to go to work. I'm going to work for him like Mike Rowley did, like Catrona did, like Don Manning before him. Too many times we have the same families. I mean, when Bob Hagan was term limited out, his wife ran. Can you tell me Michelle's accomplishments the last 8 years?
I asked I asked the interviewer a couple of times and never got a response. And maybe she didn't think that I was of her political persuasion. But again, but Michelle Hagan went down to Columbus, and the time went by pretty quick. She had 2 terms, and right. I just don't. I don't know.
2-year term. She had 8 years.
8 years. Okay. I don't know what she did. What did she do?
Well, and this is the thing. Honest to God, and this is what is going to make my appeal to the residents of the county. You show me something. If I don't work for you and I can't show you anything in 4 years, I won't run again.
Right.
But we have career politicians who go away, then they come back and they get elected because we have loyal voters. Well, people are starting to see, how it is. I mean, we're going to be like the land that's been forgotten.
Well, it goes like
the same thing over and over.
Yeah, I mean, simply look at the mathematics, as I pointed out there. There's only a few counties in the state of Ohio that have any kind of blue to them at all, and the ones: Cleveland and Cincinnati and Toledo. But you're going to send Bob Hagan down there, and he's going to try to bring back Mahoning County politics, and it just is not going to fly. You're not going to get anything.
Yeah, he's going to go down there and he's going to spew whatever he's going to spew and attack people the way he attacks people, and nothing will get accomplished except Bob Hagan will pad his retirement and he'll pad his bank account. And that's all he's working for. Dan, I'll bet when you redo your contract, Clear Channel says, well, Dan, what did you bring us? How did you help us?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not there just because your name's Dan Rivers.
No, I mean
you produce for the company,
as it should be.
These people are saying we're hiring these people to produce for us, to represent us, but they got to show us something. When you have a blank sheet after 40 years, or Carol Rigetti, when she has a blank sheet after 3 positions after 50 years, why should we keep returning these people, Dan? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're going to get an opportunity, and you're basically saying that if you don't get it done, you don't deserve the job.
Absolutely. Listen, yeah. I'm been a runner for politics my whole life. I'm 59 years old. I want to fix some stuff, and then I'll get out of the way. Yeah. I'm not looking for a career.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Gino. Well, listen, we look forward to hearing your story on what you can do for the Mahoning County area. By the way, do you have something? Do you have something in mind right now that you'd like to change in Mahoning County?
Well, you talk about the engineer. We let now the people voted for it, but like the WRTA, the commissioners put that on. The WRTA gets as much sales tax as the engineer does. How many people ride on our roads, and how many people use our buses? It's just decisions like that, Dan. It was. They said, okay, we'll put it on. That should have been looked at. There's only a finite amount of money you could put on a sales tax, and we've reached about the top end.
Yeah, no.
What if we gave the engineer double, and the WRTA went on how they were because they weren't in financial trouble? You didn't hear the WRTA was going out of business.
Well, here's something to think about. And I've always been thinking about this little gem right here is that why are we running around in America in general now in these gilly buses when everything else is going to rideshare, right? I mean,
exactly. I mean, I'm gonna find the exact numbers on the WRTA, and I'm not attacking the WRTA, but it's how if I'm spending my money, which I haven't been in government my whole life, so I've always spent my own money. I want to know how much we're paying per ride.
Well,
how much the funds are, and for how much the ride is. And it might be cheaper to send a cab.
And the point is, Gino, is that you and I both want to see people that are sight impaired, that are not ambulatory, have a way to go to shop and go to work. But are we doing it the best way? Is this the best way with our ham-handed gilly buses that drive around, or should it be some kind of a ride-share system like they have done in other markets? Yeah, New York has something.
When it's not your money, you get desensitized, I think, to spending it.
Yeah, got it.
That's what it is.
All right, hey, good.
It's our money, Dan. We earned it. We work with our hands. We work hard every day, and that's what we look at it. I look at it through that perspective, and that's how I'm going to do it when I'm commissioner.
All right, so how's this going to work now? You've got a primary, a Republican primary in May?
That'll be in May, right? If somebody wants to get on the ballot, that's fine. I'll have a primary, and then the general is on November 8th.
And do you specifically run against Carol?
Oh, yes. She's that's the seat that's up for election.
That's the seat that's up. Okay. I pretty much thought that, but I just want to make double sure. Thanks. Thank you, Gino.
Yep. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
All right, 570 WKB.